Table Direct Show, and we are out here at the Ozarks Homesteading Expo in Marshfield, Missouri, out here at day 2 as things are beginning to head towards the end of the day and end of the expo. I am holding in my hands in this brown paper bag treasure. It is the last of the Ozark Donut to be served at Ozark Homestead Expo 2024, and I'm standing here with Ozark Donuts, Jessica and Daniel. We're going to talk a little bit about organic sourdough donuts and what has arguably been one of the most popular treats or snacks here at the expo. I remember seeing the line clear down to the restrooms down there and not moving.
The whole time we were
just
open.
growing,
We
you
did,
know,
yes.
and which is a blessing. You know, we get the vendors that come out here and keep us fed and keep us going. And I know we have to have it. So, and all the people that are attending out here have to have it. So Jessica, I'll just ask you to tell us just a little bit about Ozark Donuts and kind of what all you do with it and kind of the whole thing with organic sourdough and kind of y'all's story.
Yeah, so we started here in December. We moved here last May, and I noticed there wasn't a donut shop in our town. And so I was thinking on my list of things I've always wanted to do in my life, and I've always strangely wanted a donut shop. So there was a need, and I wanted to do it. And so we started in December. It was our first event. We were under a little tent at Winterfest in Mountain Grove.
Okay.
And then we've just grown from there. I've gone to the farmers markets almost every week. And then we eventually got a food truck in May. And so that's made it easy to cook on the go. When I wanted to make a donut shop, I knew I wanted to make donuts the way I would eat them at home.
Okay.
And so I use all organic flours at home. I do lots of sourdoughs for us. And then I don't fry in seed oils either.
Okay.
So everything is all natural sourdough, no dyes even in the sprinkles, no natural flavors, artificial flavors. So just the good stuff.
Right. Well, you made a statement. You said y'all moved down here. Now,
yes.
Where did y'all move from?
Well, we've lived everywhere.
Okay.
I was a travel nurse for a very long time, over 10 years. And he's been in the oil field and construction and
jack of all trades, I'm hearing over here. Yeah.
So we've literally been everywhere, but we were in Iowa when we were looking at land here, and then Colorado before that, and then Idaho, and then Oregon, and then.
Well, so you've traveled to the communist wing of the United States, and nothing personal to anybody that lives there, but.
It is beautiful, but we're here for a reason.
Right. Everybody, and a lot of people have moved to this area, Missouri, this general region for that very reason.
Yeah.
So y'all are Springfield, or
we're about an hour east of Springfield in a little town called Norwood.
Norwood, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been through Norwood. I've been through a lot of the little towns,
you might have missed it. So.
But it's often.
Yeah.
But hey, it really is cool that you found a need. And it matched something you enjoyed doing.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that's a big switch from nursing and travel nursing and everything. So finding more freedom being an owner of a business, or
almost.
Soon.
The 2 a.m. mornings really make it a little hard.
We like our donuts in the morning.
Yes, I know. Yeah, but once about 7 or 8 hits and I kind of get in the groove, I'm like, all right, because I'm usually done by noon. So there's a trade-off.
Right. Okay.
There's definitely a trade-off. So
okay, well, great. I mean, so is this your first homesteading event? I know it's your first time here, obviously.
Yeah,
but
it is. Yeah, it is. Yep.
Well, I mean, pretty big crowd.
Is,
so what do you think of the homesteading community?
Oh, it's been wonderful.
Yeah.
Since we moved here, everyone has been wonderful. We have great neighbors. A couple of our neighbors are here as vendors as well.
Oh, well, that's a nice little bit. Vendor community and a vendor community. That's great.
Strangely enough. But we loved it.
So tell us a little bit about kind of the menu here. I mean, folks, if you can see, this is quite an extensive menu from drinks and I see chocolate cake, original brioche. Notice, I mean, so you got quite a bit of an actual menu here.
Yes, yeah.
So
our brioche donuts, they're light and fluffy. They're like a yeast donut, but with sourdough instead of commercial yeast. So those are, his favorite is the maple brioche.
Okay.
We use 100% pure maple syrup, just creamed. The maple's amazing. I'm sorry you didn't get one.
It's okay.
So those are nice and light and fluffy. And then, of course, we have the original or old-fashioned donut, as people know it. It's a cake donut.
Right.
So it's nice and dense. That you do have. And cinnamon sugar is our other favorite. That with maple's amazing, too. And then chocolate cake is just our original cake dough with cocoa. And then either chocolate icing or vanilla icing. The chocolate icing chocolate cake is also one of our most popular, actually.
Right.
And then I always try to do a couple specials for the season. For summer, we had Samoa. I found a wonderful organic caramel with coconut and chocolate drizzle. S'mores has been really popular as well. So I try to switch things out seasonally. We had a pumpkin this weekend too.
Oh,
so
well, there you go.
I figure we might as well start it.
It is pumpkin spice season is beginning. So yeah, people will be looking for the pumpkin spice. And I'm gonna tell you, folks. Now listen, she said I'm holding one of the what they call the old-fashioned donuts. I'm gonna tell you, this thing's hefty.
Yes.
I can only imagine what this thing sits on the stomach. So what do you have to do different in the process? I mean, I know you said you cook with, you don't use seed oils and you do those things. But what is, using sourdough versus using regular traditional baking?
Right. Yeah. So
well, I say traditional, the way most people make donuts.
Yes. Right. Yeah. The biggest difference, it takes a lot longer. So if this had a third day, I would need to start my starter now. Actually, I really wouldn't want to start it in the morning.
Right.
So it takes about 24 hours lead time to get a batch of donuts out. That's really the biggest thing, just since I am actually using sourdough starter and fermenting the dough.
Wow.
The cake dough, it's just, since it's cake and it's dense, it doesn't need to rise. So that just starts to get bubbly in the morning. But the brioche dough, it has to get full rise on it and then go proof again. So it's definitely a process. It tacks on, for sure, about 24 hours versus a conventional donut setup.
Right. You don't just wake up and say, I'm going to make a donut.
No, I wish I did. And so, I was telling another customer that, for each event, I kind of just have to guess and hope I don't, undersell.
Well, hopefully Cheryl and them were able to kind of give you a ballpark number of what they expect out here. And I remember, I think it was early this morning. It was like, I'm out. I'm still having to make, and it was, and I know yesterday it was gone.
Yes, it was.
And so that, which is great for y'all. I mean, that's awesome.
This is the most donuts I've ever made. So and they were gone.
Gonna take a break for a week? No.
No, absolutely. This was 2 weekends in a row. So we had a different event last weekend. So we are ready for a couple weekends off.
Right. Oh, that is awesome stuff. And I mean, of course, out here, we have vendors of all kinds.
Yes.
I mean, there are different products and different useful things on the homestead or whatever, and all that stuff. But again, food and treats and those things, I mean, as seen by the lines, it's a necessity because nobody wants to leave to go get something. And, and when you come out of this group of Homestead, the community, and you say sourdough, you've instantly got attention.
Absolutely,
So, and we all love sweets, so kind of a good balance. So, and I want to ask a question that just popped through my head. Somebody who's diabetic, how does this work? Does this work? I mean, can they leave this alone too?
Not necessarily. We do have our cake donut just plain with no icing.
Oh, okay.
We have a couple friends that just love them plain with no icing. So we always keep a couple plain, no icing. And we have had a couple diabetics come through in the last couple of weeks. They just ask for them with no icing and we'll happily give it. So there's really not a ton of sugar. The sugar's in a big batch. So one donut is, I don't even know if it's a full tablespoon of sugar. So without frosting.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so that's something, I mean, that's important. I mean, when you get into the organic and you get stuff, and I know a lot of the people when I talk to people and stuff, and you get into people who have these conditions they're trying to live with, and to be able to find something that they can have that we all crave, is great. Well, listen, I am super glad that things have been good for you. I'm glad Missouri is treating you well, and I'm really glad that the expo has obviously treated y'all really well.
It's wonderful. We've loved it.
And so hopefully we'll be seeing you out at more of these.
Absolutely,
and wish you the best of luck. I mean, this is what it's all about: small business, finding a need and matching that with a desire when they match up and something they both enjoy. And he says he gets to stand here and look good, so we'll work on that.
He also taste tests all the donuts.
Well,
so I mean,
I'm not. I don't know, but no, that's great. I mean, that y'all got this and you're able to work together on these things and come out. And I know it's awesome. And like I said, you got your truck and everything, and they put you in a great place right in the center of everything. thing.
Right.
And so I'm glad y'all have had a great thing, and look forward to seeing y'all, like I said, out at more things.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it's treats you well.
Yes.
Well, folks, you've missed it this year, but listen, this is what you can look forward to. Put it in your calendar, put it in your plans. If you're out somewhere in the region around the South Central Missouri region, look for Ozark Donuts in Norwood, and out at some of these events and some of these things like that, and farmers markets in this area. But next year for Ozarks Homesteading Expo, you can put Ozarks Donut on your plan. And I'm going to go back with the crew, and we're going to cut this up into a bunch of pieces and eat the last donut of Ozarks Homesteading Expo 2024.
Oh,
thanks for watching, everybody. We will be back with a little bit more information later. Thank you to Jessica and Daniel for your time with us. Enjoyed visiting with you, and I'm going to enjoy your treat here in just a minute. Well, folks, this is unexpected, and it's local, and we're going to enjoy it. Okay? So until we see you on the next live,